picture of one of their old drawings and then did it again and then put them side by side and shared them via social media so others can see it. And the difference between the first image on your left-hand side is 10 years. And you can see the incredible change in the artist from when he was 13 to when he was 23, drawing the same image again. The difference between the animal of some type on the right is not 10 years, but the change is still remarkable and noticeable. And I think this is so important. I wish like more teachers would print these and put them up in the classroom. Like if you ever need to feel like you're also a work in progress, print one of these out and put it on your refrigerator. It sounds silly, but it's so easy to forget that we're all getting better and things around us are also getting better. And it's so important to not stress a final sort of indicator of success or failure, but rather helping students learn so many important nooks and crannies of lessons throughout their experience, whether they pick up a new sport, whether they pick up a new hobby, whether they pick up a new instrument. I can't overemphasize how many times as a teacher I've seen parents rob their own children of some amazing artistic ability or gift by pushing too hard or overemphasizing it or not valuing it enough. The kid really has true talent. You have to give them some space to come into that talent. And I think I'm really glad to be making this point, not just, usually I make this point to teachers, and it's such a lonely thing to make this point just to teachers, but I'm so glad I get to do it in a community setting because our students need mentors, and my students needed more than just me as a teacher. They needed my context, they needed my network. If they wanted to learn about software programming, that's not my area of expertise. If they wanted to learn about physical therapy, I have two friends married to each other who are physical therapists. They're much better at answering those questions about what it takes to be a physical therapist and what does their day-to-day work look like than I could ever be. So it's so important. This is another way to look at the same idea. These are all my contacts on my LinkedIn network visualized. And for me, each of these dots isn't it great that we're connected on LinkedIn, but Day, which is sponsored by Teaching Tolerance, this great organization that invites schools to once a year create a campaign around sitting with kids at lunch that they normally don't sit with. And it's called Mix It Up Day because you're literally mixing up who you see and get to know and talk to that day. And it's such a great example of the types of even small efforts that we can make in schools and communities. Frankly, I feel like we need Mix It Up Day for Democrats and Republicans because there's no dialogue going on right now. But that quality of civic life has to go from classroom to community and back and forth. Otherwise, we'll just find ourselves in worse and worse ways as time passes. So I think we're living in a transformative and transitional time, but the students are actually quite capable of doing some of the things that I just outlined. They just need to be invited, they need to be given permission, and they need to be, like I said at the beginning of my talk, treated as full humans in their full complexity and their full capabilities as they are. If we do that, a lot of what I just talked about just seems natural and the next step from there. So my bias is always going to be that, we ask our students to be makers, publishers, collaborators, and co-creators of any learning experience, whether it's at school, at home, or in the community, rather than something that's being done to them. Instead of doing learning to them or parenting to them, if you do it with them, it's a much richer and much more fulfilling experience for both. Because the things that we want students to be, which is kind and wise and thoughtful and ethical and creative problem solvers, no standardized test is going to capture that. At least I haven't found one that does that very well. So it's up to us to redefine the benchmarks of what an education needs to be and should be for our community. And frankly, you're in a great place because you're in a small community. You have interconnectedness and independentness, and you can ask yourself, what do we want our young people's experience to be in our community? So I love this quote by NPR because it's so true today than more so than even when he said it. It's not possible for us to predict and carve out a path for any young person that we know and love, but it is up to us to prepare that person in a way that no matter what comes to them in life, that they're able to act with empathy, they're able to act with reason, they're able to act with balance in their life, and that's possible with our work. So I'm gonna leave you with this one piece and see what you think of that, and then we'll pause and hopefully have some dialogue about this kind of lonely music talk.
Imagine the awesomest thing you can, like an automatic grilled cheese maker, or a time machine, or a time machine with an automatic grilled cheese maker. Now imagine who's going to invent it. Him? Glasses here? Whoever they are? Or maybe her? But how do kids like these become the types of people that do things like this? Maybe we should ask this guy.
Knowledge is heavy. Sometimes it's a limit to have new ideas. That's the problem with the old schooling, because they were teaching us answers. I believe questions are probably more important today than the answers.
Erno's cube is a question waiting to be answered. And when the right person finds the right question, something amazing happens. They start seeing the world as it truly is. Not a place to be memorized, but a place to be figured out, flipped, turned, twisted, and ultimately made better, forever. Today, she may be an octopus, but help kids like her fall in love with problem solving, and they will embark on journeys to become scientists, artists, engineers, designers, inventors, or something no one's ever been before, but you can bet we're gonna need. That's why moments like this, go, and this, and this, and especially this, are so important. Because there are companies to found, planets to walk on, time machines to invent, a future to be made amazing. We may not know what it's going to look like,